Well, hello everybody. This is part two of today's stream. Don't forget to check out part one. You are going to be able to find the link below in the description. And we're trying out Oko in Amulet. So the card has been medium to medium plus so far. It's never been like outstanding, but it's done some work, particularly in the previous league. So make sure you check that one out. All right, let's go. Playing against Mets. So this seems like a weak keep. We have the Amulet. We're probably going to have the Bounce Land. So we want to draw either an Azusa or a Titan for a turn 4 Titan. I think this is fine. We have a little bit of interaction as well. Damn, we've been playing against so many Prowess decks. Breeding Pool sucking ass this game. Yeah, I'm gonna use turn 1 to play out the explosives. This should slow down my opponent a little bit. Played against so many Soulscar Mage decks today. This is the third one in 2 leagues. I mean, I would still much rather play against Soulscar Mage decks than the other day when I was playing against Mill, basically like every other league or something. Would definitely be interesting to your Patreon. That's awesome. Thank you, Trex. Yeah, I'm gonna set it up because I want to make it worth it. I don't want to just like make a Patreon and just be like, well, that's it. Thank you very much. I want to make sure that it's worth it for my viewers. So I want to make sure I have some content already there by the time that I publish it. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna pass a turn here. Hold up the explosives crack. Gives me more time to make a decision. Make sure that my opponent doesn't play cards. Like they skip their last turn, right? So Runaway Stimkin. Well, that's not one that you see very often. Huh. I think I crack now, right? Now that my opponent has tapped out. So I crack here. Trade 1 for 1, that's fine. But we gain some life and stuff. Play Amulet. Play Breeding Pool. Not pay life. And I think I'm going to Steerings this turn. Because if I find a bounce land and my opponent taps out on their turn, yeah, I can Titan them. Alright. I'm not going to play my Scout into my opponent's face up Lava Dart over there, so I'm going to give my opponent this turn to, like, do their best. Hey, how you doing, Asminstrassen? It makes sense for my opponent to have extra 1-drops in hand that they were not deploying because of the explosives. Alright, OP, what you got? Lightning Bolt face. Alright. Please step out for me. So I can Titan you. Would be awesome if you would tap out for me. Please don't cast more stuff. Playing at the Meta on Sunday was fun. Nice. How did it go? Oof. Okay, so I guess that we don't need to. So we can start here. You gotta watch out for this guy, though. I've been gotten by this guy making my Titan smaller already. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna bounce the Simic. I'm gonna play the Azusa, replay the Simic, see what my opponent does. And then I get to choose whether I want to find to bounce the breeding pool or something else. And I'm probably gonna play out the scout at this point. Alright, let's play this again. Trigger on the stack, press priority. Nothing. Alright. Play this one too. Press priority. Still nothing. Alright. So my opponent cannot double bolt me. So we should be able to attack. Prime time. Play this out. So we're gonna definitely attack here. Garrison Stronghold. My opponent's probably gonna be forced into using resources to answer the Titan. Want to make sure I don't. I miss Colony Garden here. So we attack, and I'm gonna do Green Source plus T-West. Yep. So this should allow me to reset and cast another Titan. I know that I could be gaining life, but then that would kind of die without the Titan in play, so or without access to another Titan. So it doesn't really help me, you know. All right, in before unsummon, that would be surprising. My opponent's playing unsummon in their mono red deck, then congrats to them. That's a lot of mana. John Shadow, Pio, Whirza. Yeah, I mean those are terrible matchups. As Mr. Justin said, you don't need to feel bad about it. 14th place with about 95-ish players. That's pretty cool. Keep tuning out for the kids, and every time I tune back, it's a new Prowess red. Yeah, I know. People are really into Soulscar Mage, apparently. That's a Bedlam Reveler. I was a 7-mana Bedlam Reveler. Runaway and Steam King doing work. Lava Dart Face. Okay, so they probably have what's his name? The card that makes them exile 2 cards. More. Wow, they're going off there. This is pretty insane. Crash through plus bolt. Wow. It seems to me that my opponent's gonna lethal me here. Bridge Bomb with that Twitch Arm sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold Bridge Bomb. Some good players were there too, including Matt Dilks. Sweet. Yep, Lightning Ball with Soulscar Mage. Very good against this current board state right here. Wow, they're still going off. Steamkin looking pretty damn good here. Firebolt. Is this lethal? Smells like lethal to me. It's almost lethal. And now we need to pay for packs, so there's no way that we can come back from this. Wow. My opponent's Stimkin doing stuff and things. That was impressive. Alright. Dismember, Sage, Baloths, Oko, Explosives. Scouts out, Pacts out, Pact out, Ghost Quarter out. One Once Upon a Time out. Let's go with this. Do you think these Risk Powered builds are maybe one of the best decks right now? No, I don't think so. I think they're fine decks. They're powerful. But I'm pretty certain that some Ursa deck is the best deck. We're gonna definitely mulligan this. It doesn't do anything. This hand is actually pretty solid though, so we're gonna keep this one. And I think I want to keep all of this. So I think I bottom the explosives because this hand, it's probably not gonna be all about the explosives really. Gracer allows me to turn 2 Baloth, which sounds pretty strong against what my opponent is doing. So I think I'm gonna keep all my cards. And Once Upon a Time gives me like a potential of a Titan or something, maybe an Azusa. Start here. Okay, so that's a Titan. So do I want a Titan or do I want a bonus curse? And I think I'd rather develop my mana. They're fringe. I don't think that they're fringe tier 2 decks, but they're fine. They're fine decks. I think. This card is so good against Obstinate Baloth. Oh, you see, I feel so smart that I that I bottomed that Titan. Okay, now that I drew a Titan, I think I'm more interested in developing my mana. So I'm just gonna play the Turf, bounce the Gemstone, and replay the Gemstone. Like the difference between turn 2 and turn 3 Baloth is not that huge, and I don't want to like fall behind. Like again, this Baloth is not gonna win the game. This Baloth is more of a stabilizing tool than a game-winning play. Never mind, maybe this Baloth actually does just win the game because my opponent kept a 1-lander. And now we have Titan mana next turn. Like, can you imagine how much worse it would have been if I if I had actually played the Baloth on 2 and then this Titan would need to wait until turn 5? Turn 4, sorry. No, turn 5 actually, yeah. Alright, my opponent on mono 1 drops. Yeah, this should be game over, I assume. They just kept a really greedy hand. Vesuva, Stronghold. Well, I mean, I assume that this kind of deck keeps 1-landers a fair amount of the time. So we bounce here, and I think I get... Of course, I'm interested in blocking with the Baloth, so... Definitely taking Tularia West here, and probably Simic-Growth Chamber? Or I could get double Tularia West. Tularia West Breeding Pool is another option. Yeah, maybe double T-West is better. Yeah, so I'm gonna do double T-West now. Like, we're at 24. I just want to make sure that I don't die to my opponent answering my Titan, and then I just, like, lose from there. So next turn, we should be able to cast another Titan, haste it, and everything, so... Should be in a fine spot. Gut shot. Me, probably? Like, the only way that my opponent wins this game is if they gut shot me and they have light up the stage. Yeah, I mean, if they did have this, I think they got a little bit greedy. Wow. They just never join lands. Poggers. Poggers indeed. 1, 2, 3. We transmute. Yeah, we're fine. This is the second Titan. Let's see if my opponent concedes. It will make things easier for me. My opponent conceded. Opponent is a fighter. Summoner's Pact. So we cast this. We're gonna get Celestia Sanctuary plus Gemstone Mine. Gemstone Mine, Celestia Sanctuary. This is gonna be red-white. We haste Titan. With the floating green mana, we play EE for 1. We attack, we kill. Alright. Yeah, I think we do the same thing. We only have one real answer to Blood Moon, but I think that's fine. Like, Force of Vigor seems really bad if my opponent doesn't have exactly Blood Moon, and then we just saw Ryan Overturf that was playing Magus of the Moon instead of actual Blood Moon, and it was pretty brutal. I just explained, Anton. I'm gonna keep this hand 100% of the time, right? There's no way I ever don't keep this hand. This is a potential turn 2, so I'm never not keeping a potential turn 2. Okay. Again, we're going for the potential turn 2 instead of holding up Dismember. Especially because if my opponent has a Kiln, a Flame King, whatever. How is Oko looking? Medium. Just consistently medium. Never great, but also not particularly terrible either. Lava Spike Morphos. Well, my opponent's all about the greedy keeps. My opponent says, wow, fuck those draws. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, dude. You're the one keeping one landers. So we're probably going to have a turn 3 kill at best. This is a Bojuka Bog. That's fine. And I think we main phase Dismember this guy now that we know that my opponent is missing land drops. Still looking for a bounce land here. Sweet. Alright, so this should be game. Bounce, bounce. Susa. It's kind of awkward that the library shows up there. Primeval Titan. Cast this guy. Borders Garrison. Slayer Stronghold. I could have double Titan. This is just faster. This. Haste. This. And haste. Bounce this. Replay this. This is your double strike mana right here. Bounce this. 20, yeah. All right. Oko is actually just Golos Reborn. That's hilarious. This one already salted up. I mean, they kept one landers twice. I assume that you need to keep one landers with that deck, right? But it's just, I mean, it's pretty greedy, right? Uh, I'm ready to keep this hand. Then my opponent be on burn, and I lose a bunch of life to the burning pool, and then my opponent exacts me. But otherwise, this sounds like a solid hand. All right, we're playing against Ashlave.deck, so probably the burning pool is not going to be that relevant. Okay, so this is Whirza. Turn 1 Embry. Yeah, so this is probably Thopter Sword. Smells like Thopter Sword. Steerings. Into Amulet. Sounds good. Maybe it is something like Sans Sayed's version of Ursa, so they are going to be playing like Cryptics and Okos and stuff. Of course, the only reason Fran won was because he got lucky. Exactly, of course. That's the only reason why I won that match. I got lucky because I kept a reasonable hand, while my opponent, I guess, did, but it didn't work out, and mine did. So it's 100% luck. All right, 3 snow. What is this? Sai? Maybe. Oh, Sahili, maybe? Oh, no. It's actually where. All right. So this is probably Damp Sphere? Thopter Foundry. Okay, so my opponent might have the combo here. Um, I feel like I have to get greedy here. Once Upon a Time would be so much better than Steering Strike now. I think I'm actually going to do the opposite, because I can find the second amulet. If I find the second amulet, I need to make sure that I can kill. That's not a second amulet. Explosives on 1 doesn't really do anything, so we just pass here. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have an Ursa in hand. The fact that they just play the Moxopol there for basically no value makes me think that they don't have Ursa. Because otherwise, having the second Moxopol as a 4th mana source would have been much better for them. But maybe my opponent just top decked. Alright, so what's this gonna be? Sword of the Meek is fine. So I really don't want to die to Ursa off the top. So I think I'm going to Explosives on 2 right now. Gallblast? No Gallblast. So my opponent's gonna get some Thopters and stuff. But I think I need to main phase this. They're gonna get some Thopters. But that's okay because my main concern is to not die here. That's our only explosives though, so we can't really beat an instant bridge now. So if my opponent knows that and they play around that properly, then we should be kind of screwed. What do I think of Pioneer? Sounds fun. It certainly sounds fun for sure. I don't think I'm going to be playing much because you can't play Primetime in that format, so doesn't seem particularly exciting for me specifically, but yep, okay, so we kind of lose now. We can't, we actually have no way of destroying that. But I don't want to show that to my opponent. I can't win anymore. I mean, this is when the one-off Rex Age, actually makes a difference. But we don't have that. Yeah, I mean, Whirza never stopped being very, very good. Our deck is moderately well suited to beat Whirza though, especially in post-board scenarios. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. All right, so I think I'm just gonna concede. That's fine. They got me. All right, post board, we get him though. Sage Force. We have a lot of good cards against them. Post sideboard, Ghost Quarter out, Realm Fountain out, Gracer out, one of these out. Oko should do a lot of work this match too. This matchup. Gracer plus layer beatdown. Yeah, I think my opponent's clock is gonna beat that. I think my opponent's Thopter clock is gonna beat that before I get to. Yeah, maybe I don't want to feel it. Yeah, I usually feel that the Daddy Snell what this matchup is really about. We do like 3 packs because of Sage. Maybe just one. I think I want. Maybe I want the strokes better on the draw than on the play. So on the play, I'm gonna. I mean, we have a bunch of answers to Whirza in Oko, Dismember. Oof. Okay. Gonna ship the explosives. We have scouts, so I'm gonna name Shaman with his camera souls. I'm thinking about last game, and maybe I should have actually just held up. Like, I knew that I couldn't beat an Ensnare Bridge, right? So maybe my play should have been to just like let my opponent combo off and just play through all the Thopters, hope that my opponent never finds an Ursa, and then try to make sure that I can destroy my opponent's explosives, because my hand was actually pretty well suited to do stuff there, right? So yeah, like the more that I think about it, the more that I regret the line that I took. And here I need to find another bounce line, and preferably a green source, because I want to play around Damp Sphere. All right, there's a semi-growth chamber. Well, I guess that we can still play around Damp Sphere by playing the Sage and playing the Cavern on Shaman again. Just use my. I thought that line was better. I think OP only had one card. Yeah, so I think I have to kind of like concede the fact that my opponent might have an Ursa, but then I just accept the fact that I die to exactly Ursa, which they only have 4 copies of in their deck, and I play around this Ensnare Bridge, which I literally cannot beat otherwise. So yeah, maybe that was actually a mistake. Now that the more that I think about it, there's a Damping Sphere, which is a little annoying, but like I said, we can still play around it thanks to Reclamation Sage. Oh, that's a solid draw. So a Shaman there. How convenient is this, huh? How convenient is that? This also hides the fact that I have the Rex Sage in hand, because like we are playing the Shaman for this. Dismember? Oh, Fatal Push. That's okay. $53 before tax? That sounds like an absurd amount anyway. That's a lot of money. It's a Mishra's Bubble. Hopefully we draw a non-bounce land here. Any non-bounce land would be nice. I guess that counts. We even get to copy my opponent's Spire here, which sounds pretty good. Yeah. All right. We're gonna sage this. There's Fear. So we do get comboed out here, but that is probably just fine, because we're gonna be able to play a Titan next turn. Magic costs money. What you gonna do exactly? It sucks, but that is the name of the game. Hopefully my opponent like still believes that I'm dead to Ensnare Bridge post board. I don't think they will, but in fact, do I want to play around counter magic? Maybe I do, huh? Yep, I feel like I am going to. Like, this Disdainful Stroke sounds like one of the few ways that I get got here, so... This also allows me to play around the potential redundant Dumping Sphere. What do I think about Pioneer? It's gonna be fun. I don't think I will be playing much of it, because you can't cast Primeval Titan in that format, so... not that excited about it. Should still be fun, though. I'm gonna name Giant here. We have a bounce line in hand, so I can get T-West. I could haste here, but I think I'm gonna be conservative. So I'm gonna do T-West plus, I guess, 2 T-Wests. Yeah. The only way that Bog is actually relevant is if my opponent has... If they have the Goblin, and the Goblin is gonna give me one more turn before it actually does anything, so I'm okay with this trade. Don't really care. They don't work out, at least you flip them and probably make a profit. Yep, exactly. Oko is probably here to stay unless some bannings happen. Okay. So I guess that we can attack first and see what my opponent does. They might just like wear for, or maybe not. All right. So this game is over now. They can ask trophy my primetime maybe, but like whatever. So yeah, looking good here. Okay, so first order of business is to transmute for Pact of Negation, make sure that I can't die to something stupid. Where's my Pact of Negation? Did I sideboard it out? I did. Alright, so I guess we're getting some respect instead. Bad beats. This is probably just fine though. Oh, we have Rex Sage, so whatever. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine, all is fine. We're fine. I did buy 2 foil castles, full art FA. Never saw castle flipping is too much work, so negative profit, fair enough. Rex Sage in the bin. Oh, good point. But it doesn't matter because we can go with another explosives. Pact of Negation is so weird in this matchup. I think I'm gonna go with this Info Stroke. This Info Stroke on the draw. Because I'm way more afraid of Whirza on the draw. I guess we still had Oko, right? We were protected from the combo because of the explosives, and we still had Oko, so we were probably just fine anyway. Yeah, we're gonna slow down post sideboard, just make sure we don't die. Like if I think that we have the late game inevitability, and we're snap keeping this hand, obviously. Looked up how much a 4 less 4 loco is. 105. Wow, that's a lot of money. All right, so we have a turn 2 now. Unless I draw some card that I'm not supposed to be drawing. Or my opponent has a damp sphere or whatever. Yeah, no, I think that the castle full art is just gorgeous. I actually bought 2 full art castles yesterday. Thoughtseize? Brutal. I bought 2 full art castles yesterday. I'm not sold yet on buying full art Once Upon a Time because I don't think it looks that great, and also it's like twice or maybe 3 times the money. I think it's twice. But the castle is just gorgeous. So I was I was happy to pay like twice or three times the price in order to make the castles worth it. Hmm. You know what? I think the correct line here is to play the castle and play explosives for 2. Because thanks to the castle, I can still Amulet plus Titan next turn. So this makes sure that I can play around Dumping Sphere very easily. It uses my mana better while doing so. That's another Astrolabe. Basically, anything that's not an Ursa is good for us. Whatever my opponent plays that is not an Ursa is great for us. Pithing Needle. Let's see what my opponent needles here. If they needle explosives, they die, which is hilarious. Yep. You better have like triple. Huh. Is there anything that my opponent can have here? There shouldn't be, right? For a single green source? For a single green mana. Dismember? What do you mean that we had lethal last turn? Oh, because I could have transmuted for Asusa? Yeah, you're right. We had lethal last turn. Yeah, we had the turn 2, and I missed it. Yeah, you're actually right. I could have transmuted for Summoner's Pact. Yep, you're 100% right, Cheese. Not punished, but yeah. Dismember, I guess? They don't have Force of Negation, and they don't have anything of that kind, so I don't need to play around anything like that. And I can't make enough mana to... I cannot make enough mana to go for Pact of Negation as well, so I think we just go for it. I guess Dismember is literally the only thing that they can have, so... Anything like Spell Pierce or Stubborn Denial, we would have already died to. So we should be just fine here. Stronghold Garrison. Haste both Titans. Swing lethal. Alright. Combat. Swing. Turf. Gemstone Mine. Green. White. Sunhome Sanctuary. Double strike there. and double strike there. This also allows me to play around exactly Fog plus into Damping Sphere. If my opponent has Fog into Damping Sphere, we are going to have 2 mana floating, so we can... Oh, never mind. They have it. Never mind. Yeah, so we would have died to Fog into Damping Sphere. It's fine. Sometimes you just gotta swing for 22 after you miss lethal on turn 2. Things that happen. You know, sometimes you just miss on board lethal. It's fine. The correct line after you miss on board lethal is to eat it up and kill them on the next turn. We're gonna mulligan this, I think. This seems really, really slow and not too many missing pieces. We can actually keep this one though. And I'm gonna bottom this second Summer's Pact. So I'm gonna Once Upon a Time. Actually, never mind. I think I'm just gonna go Field of the Dead Pass. Because if I have a green source, if I find a green, like I really want to find a bounce land with this Once Upon a Time. So I think it's if I do find a bounce land here, then I know that I need to find something else. Now we're of course gonna Once Upon, hopefully find a bounce land. We don't. Brutal. I guess we get Breeding Pool then, because we need a green source. Now we Amulet into Breeding Pool, and we get 2 Steerings for another shot at finding a bounce land. No, I don't want to pay 2 life. I know, risky play to not play into Fog, to not play around Fog into Damping Sphere. There it is. Semi-Ghost Chamber. Sweet. So let's see what my opponent is sub to. They get their land tapped, so this makes me think Scapeshift. Could still be Scapeshift. It is Scapeshift. Poggers. Opponent's on 19. Sweet. Opponent getting that sweet F6 value over there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to not miss lethal right here. Gonna do my best, chat, okay? Don't judge me. I mean, Azusa is lost, but she's seeking though. Like the Pokemon, right? It's the seeking. Show my opponent lethal, they concede. Alright, Disdainful Stroke. Yeah! Yeah! We got this Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, that's about it. Sage, Force, Disdainful Stroke. Don't want Oko. Yeah, this is about it, right? I start with this match with every deck I play. Yeah, you just need to do like what I just did and just top deck your second Amulet. It's pretty easy. No, I want untap sources against this deck. I like this hand. Say what? Color me intrigued, opponent. color me intrigued. Naya Shift, I guess. Like your interest you had in Nikuchu's channel. Like when people know what they're talking. Oh, thank you, Honga Ghost. Really appreciate it. Where are my Titans though? I don't see my Titans. I can Cavern here. Cavern on Shaman. Seems better than the other alternatives. Like, if my opponent has Damping Sphere, they have Damping Sphere, right? So I don't want like more bounce lands. I'm okay with bounce lands. I already have access to Titan mana, so I'd rather play my Scout without costing myself neither a Gemstone Mine counter nor 2 damage, especially not 2 damage. Opponent is splashing white. I wonder what the hell are they splashing white for. That's Steve. The Sakura Tribe Showdown. Yeah, so I'm gonna play the Gemstone Mine here. I'm gonna pass the turn. I'm gonna see what my opponent does here. Oh, actually, I can Asusa. Yeah, I don't think I want to pay 2 life though. I don't think I want to pay 2 life. Seems like a too big of the cost. So if my opponent plays 4-drop, if they play Onside Ghost, thank you for the follow. So if they do go like Acid Moss, that would be by far the best thing that could happen to us. Bolt. Okay, so now I don't need to play around Acid Moss anymore. And they can't play 4-drops, so I think I do this. Once upon a time. Primeval Titan. Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna play Simic Growth. I'm gonna bounce a Gemstone Mine. They might have Path, but I'm probably okay if my opponent has Path. So the proper sequencing here is to float my mana, play Garrison, bouncing Cavern, play Azusa, play Cavern of Souls on Giant, play Gemstone Mine. So that way, we didn't take any damage from the Whirring Pool. We have 2 lands to stroke my opponent's threat of whatever kind that might be. And we are also... Wait, they main phase? Weird, okay. What you doing over there, OP? Renegade Rallier. Is my opponent really splashing for Renegade Rallier? I guess, is that a thing that's happening right now? I'm okay with that. Okay, so again, trying to... well, at this point, I guess the damage doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime time. I'm going to get 2 bounce lands, bounce both lands. So Celestial Sanctuary, Gruul Turf. Bounce both lands. Play 1. Play 2. Play 3. Still holding up this Inful Stroke. Still hanging out at 20 life. Holding up... so my opponent basically cannot kill me next turn. Unless they have Veil of Summer as well. Yeah, but I mean, they have a basic Plains in their Valakut deck. And this literally only works with Steve. I guess it also works with Fetchlands. I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth splashing for this card. There's no need for Field of the Dead for us, and you saw what I was trying to do, right? I was trying to make sure that I can that I can hold up Disdainful Stroke without costing myself 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So even if they manage to like get me here, I can still. They still need something else in order to kill me. Like they don't have lethal. They probably run a hero. Maybe they do. It's another card that seems not worth it. So probably it's going to be a Veil of Summer here. Or not. Renegade Rallier for no value. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This doesn't seem very good. Okay, so this is 2 lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This means that I can. This is Titan mana. I can transmute for Pact of Negation, and I can also haste the second Titan. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, right? Yeah. Definitely. Second Rallier Kriegasm. I know. The second Rallier is what's gonna get me, huh? Second Prime Time. Castle. Opponent concedes. Alright. Okay, another 3-0 start. Let's see if we can keep it up. Actually, again, I'm gonna take a quick 1-minute break. I will be right back. I'm on 80%. Yeah. Yeah, so let's hang in there for like 1 minute and a half, actually. Yeah, we can do 1 minute and a half. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, get my water bottle, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Next match. Hopefully we don't get paired against like freaking what's his name? It's not becoming men's. It's the 1 minute scale up. There we go. Was the switch to pull over 4th force to help Subaroko? Exactly, Hosu. Exactly, that's the reason. I gained to a life with Oko versus Verna by last time. Yeah, we played against Whirza. It was the second match. We lost game 1 because this version is super soft to ensnare and bridge. And then we won both games 2 and 3 because our version is excellent against Ursa for sideboard. So Ensnaring Elk, precisely. Precisely. This hand is a little bit deceiving, but this is actually, this needs a lot of help. So I think I'm gonna mulligan. Because this is like a turn 3 scout into turn 4 not Titan mana into only turn 5 mana. So yeah, this is pretty bad. So we're gonna mulligan. Much better hand actually. And I think I bottom the Summoner's Pact. So we can go turn 1 Amulet. I actually am going to bottom the second Steerings, I think. Yep. So we just need to find the bounce land, basically, and a couple of lands. Yeah, this is a very good 6. Elfify everything. Sarcastic decided would have had a green source. Exactly. Hand number 1, if I had a forest instead of the Slayer Stronghold in hand, would have been a snap keep, obviously. But you gotta play with the cards that you're being dealt, and thankfully we get to mulligan. But it moves to 4. So I'm assuming Dredge, or I guess not. What is this? Maybe Vengevine? The Vengevine deck? The Vengevine deck, okay. So we're gonna start there. Sweet. There goes our semi-growth chamber. Yeah, I saw a safe right in the primer about this. Oh, should they have a double Hedron Crab start? Double Hedron Crab, no land. Love the attack. Love the attack from my opponent. Alright, so we're gonna lead on actually? No, yeah, we need to lead on Steerings. On 1? Did I help you guys go deaf there, or was I able to catch the sneeze on time? Yeah, so I think we're gonna do explosives here, and we're gonna pass the turn. The point is to find a land there, and they don't play that many. Once upon a time is a terrible draw for them at this point. That's a Carrion Feeder, which doesn't do much. I got it, sweet, awesome. Now we can Azusa if we want, but do we want to? If I explosives on 1, I don't think my opponent can win anymore, though. Right? And if I'm going to explosives, then I think I would much rather play the Azusa. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. I'm pretty sure that this list doesn't play Thoughtseize. I'm like 99.99999% sure that my opponent, there's no way they have a Thoughtseize. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go for the pack for Asus explosives on 1, blow up my opponent's board, because like double Hedron Crab is really explosive and seems like the only way that my opponent can get back into this game. So if I answer both crabs with the explosives, we should have this taken care of. Only see Thoughtseize in the board of CrabVine. Yep. I know Nassif has been pretty high on this deck. He's been streaming it a fair amount lately. I mean, they did saw the explosives, right? They did see the explosives. Bugged for Asusa. Cast Asusa. Forest and I guess another forest, because there's a chance that I might draw exactly an amulet off the top or something. Doesn't seem particularly likely. Yep. All right. Oddly enough, we actually do want Dismember this matchup because killing Crab is so important, and we want Feel of the Dead. And I guess I'd want Rex Sage as a hedge mostly. Don't want Pack, don't want this, definitely want Bog. I don't want Ghost Squatter. I don't think I want Grazer. I don't think I want that many explosives actually. I think 1 or 2 explosives are going to be fine. But I don't think I want more than that. And then we can cut the cavern. Yeah, I think I'd rather try to keep all my ramp in there. This memory card is kind of flavorful if you think about how we eat crabs. Wow, that's like... That's a really interesting comment right there, KFS. Yeah, I would have beaten the game 1 damping here, yep. Alright, let's see this. Molto 6. Hand is too slow. If we had a Bujuki Bog, I would consider it, but no Bog means mulligan. Flavor combo. Okay, now this is a hand, you see? This is a hand I like. So we keep this, and I think we bought on the field. I'd rather fry a crab, that's hilarious. Stitch your supplier into... nothing, sweet. Okay, solid draw actually. Bounce lands are a welcome sight. Second Scouter Reno or Forest. I think I'm gonna go with second Tribe Scout. I guess that we only get punished by Damp Sphere. Alright, there's a problem. There is the problem. Once upon a semi-growth chamber. Kinda, right? Play Overgrown Tomb. Please no Vengevine. My opponent should stack the triggers the other way around in case they mill an Amalgam. Yep. Good. Do they mill an Amalgam? They don't, but they did mill a Vengevine. Which could be problematic if they have another 1-drop. Which they do. Brutal. Okay, so my opponent has a 4-3 in play. Which is pretty good for them. Still, I don't think we block here. We take the 5. Once opponent fell to 5. That's funny. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so I think we kind of have to get the Hedron Crab, right? So we play this. we play the Rot Farm, and we bounce itself. And we get to float some Manases. Then we get to play out our Scout. And we get to dismember the Hedron Crab. Crazy how my opponent has all of this board state, and the card that I actually dismember is the 0-2. What do you think about the list that won the PTQ? I have no idea what you're talking about. If you wanna share a link, I would love to give it a look. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We go down to 4. I think I go down to 4. If they have a glimpse and they mill two CrabVine chills, we are dead. There it is. No chills? So lucky. Alright. Let's check it out. Modern PDQ. Johnny 89. That's an interesting looking list. Explores instead of not instead of Scout. Explores and Azuzas and Scout. All right, I'm gonna give it a look after we finish this this match. So 1, 2, bounce. 3, 4, 5, 6. But we actually have lethal, right? Yeah, unless my opponent has Slaughter Pact, we have lethal here. Because they're at 14, so we can 16 them. Hashtag not a combo deck. Hashtag not a combo deck. Semi-growth, Sunhome. Float mana. Double strike. Bounce this. 16, yeah. That was really unlucky. I don't know if my opponent sided out the CrabVine chills or whatever, but that's very unlucky that they milled all of that. They milled 10 and didn't find the CrabVine chill. All right, 80% win rate achieved for this league. Oh, instead of Once Upon a Time, yeah. So this list is from like 2 years ago, maybe. Bridge Gag without the bridge or the gag. Fair enough, yeah. Current Tutorial Cursor, it's a very different list. Yeah. It's also the fact that, by the way, for those that don't know, this is the list that we're talking about. Apparently took down the Moto PTQ this weekend, right? Yeah, 10, 20. Yeah, so this was on Sunday. Blast Zone, don't like it at all. Crumbling Vestige, I'm kind of into it. The land choices are very interesting. 3 Gruul Turf, 1 Sanctuary, so no castles. Honestly, it just looks like an older list. Don't like Golos in the sideboard. I like it better than playing what's his name? Than playing Darksteel Citadel. I certainly like playing Golos in the sideboard. I like playing Darksteel Citadel better. Playing Golos better than Darksteel Citadel, but I still don't like it. So turn 4 Titan on the play. but we also need like bounce lands and stuff. I think that we can do better than this. Yeah, I mean this is better. We basically only need the bounce land. If we find the bounce land, we're probably gonna win. And we can win on turn 3 if we find the bounce land. Oops. I love Golos in Amulet so bad, but I love it. Yeah, I feel you. It's kind of cute, right? That's kind of like the thing. That's a brutal Once Upon a Time. That is a brutal Once Upon a Time. We should still have turns with Titan though, right? We Amulet, we Azusa, then we still have turns with Titan, but we are working a little bit extra hard for it. And this is like the point that I made multiple times, right? About how Once Upon a Time was gonna potentially be kind of awkward for us. And this is, I mean, we literally just experienced Once Upon a Time's quote unquote fail rate. Can we even do anything? No, we can't. So we're basically just dead here to these blighted agents. I guess my opponent could not have it. Seems very unlikely that they won't have it. Also, how unlucky can I be that I just keep facing Infect in this metagame? I'm just all the time playing against Infect. It's kind of insane. Hashtag 80% indeed. Also, my opponents always have the Blighted Agents. We did beat Infect the other day, though. So I guess that's something. You can only get so lucky so many times, though. But I have to play as if my opponent doesn't have it, basically. That's brutal. I guess that the only piece of interaction that I can have is become immense, like stopping becoming immense with Bojuka Bog. Or Ghost Squattery in the Pendlehaven. I guess I could do both. All right, so I'm gonna opt to go for interaction, I guess. This might be very bad. But I guess this is what I got, right? So okay, they did have another basic. Brutal. Yeah, I mean that's what I was playing around, right? I was trying to play around them having a basic forest and that being all they had. But they had a second one, so I'm feeling like I'm pretty dead here. Any 2/1 mana pump spells kill me. Yeah, I mean the Waterlogged Grove cycle could be potentially a good sign. Maybe they have like I don't know, like Vans with Vastwood and stuff. I don't know. Wow. They didn't have it? I really want to see what my opponent's hand would look like. Maybe my shitty interaction actually worked. And now they basically put themselves dobs because I can just explosives on 2. Wow. Mind equals blown. Better luck. I mean, I don't know. Right? I don't know. I could be like maybe my shitty interaction with Ghost Quarter and Bojukabog actually messed them up, and like they had exactly enough mana to like do something and then become immense. But and maybe my interaction worked. I have no idea. And now, don't we just have a strike? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You must be really smart to get that lucky. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to see what I can play around. So I'm trying to see whether I can. There's any way that I can both present double strike while at the same time be able to transmute. Cheese standalone. Thank you so much for that tier 1 subscription. Welcome back to the prime time zone. 8 months. Wow, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oko is still the magic card indeed. We can double strike and EE, I think, on Slayers and double strike there. Need 3 growths to not die. Yeah. So I know what my opponents. I do have lethal, Sergio, but I'm going through the process of figuring out what is the absolute worst case scenario and can I play around it. Like this turn, this is the last turn of the game, right? So I am taking my time to try to figure out literally every single possible option that we can have. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I can play Stronghold, activate here, then I Vesuva Boros, and I bounce it, and I play the Boros again. What that does is that presents double strike mana, but then I would need 7 more mana, and I can only make 5, so I would be 1 turn too late, 2 lands too low. I can also play out a Tribe Scout, haste the Scout, swing with the Scout Diazusa on the prime time. That seems worse. Exactly. So I think that the line is going to be just 2 explosives on 2 and make sure I don't die. And I'm not going to attack with the Azusa. So I think we play Gemstone, fetch Sunhome, attack with Primetime, fetch Sunhome plus Toleria. We double strike. We still have 2 more land drops. Yeah. So we play Gemstone, move to combat, attack. We're presenting lethal already. We're going to get Toleria West and Sunhome. I'm going to see what my opponent does. I can flash in the land with this. This will give me... So I guess I can't do both. Yeah, so I think I just let this go. Like, if my opponent just blocks, I just pass priority. They don't block. Okay? Since they don't block, then they just put themselves there on board. Submerge. All right. Somehow that worked. Sage and Oko. Not this. Ghost Quarter, yes. Radiant Fountain, no. And actually, I do like steerings. I'm gonna shave on one some of the times here. Tell us what's the worst they have. I could think of thing would mess with Double Strike Trample there. Yeah, so like double mutagenic growth. No, because mutagenic growth. Yeah, no, like triple mutagenic growth, I guess. No, it still doesn't do it. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm trying to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe I was just being too conservative, but like, I mean, the Infect matchup is so bad that I like taking my time and trying to like go over like extremely like the absolute worst possible scenarios, you know? Again, it's not like we're gonna time out, right? It's not like we're gonna time out, so I think I'd rather spend my time I go over impossible scenarios and how to like potentially play around them. Do we like this hand? Yes, 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 we do. Yes, we do like this hand. We triple with Jiggle, you die last turn. Yeah, that's also fair. This is a turn 2, right? Maybe not, because I would need double blue. So turn 1 Gemstone Mine, turn 2 Amulet, turn 2 Gemstone Mine Amulet. Play Rot Farm, play Asusa plus Gracer, another Rot Farm that's 4 mana, then second land drop that's 8, and then third land drop. So I would play the Torii West first to get the double blue, and then yeah, so this is a turn 2 kill. My opponent could have Force of Vigor though. Still enjoy this. Yeah, I mean that's the point, right? Like I'd rather just like go over impossible scenarios and like try to figure out if there's any way. Okay, like for example here. Okay, now that I drew the prime time, I think that I'm just gonna play the Gracer here, so I just don't die on turn 2, which I have had happen. So I think that just throwing the Gracer as a way to develop my mana and a champ blocker is the significantly better play. Because we still have a turn 2 with what we got here, right? So because we naturally drew the prime time, so we don't need to transmute for it anymore. So we still have a turn 2. Yeah, C-Mash, we're just doing the stuff, you know? Stuff on the things. Yep, I'm gonna block there. Played around Beast Within last weekend, had turn 2 Azusa with 4 turfs and forest in play, but had to summon Azusa, they just destroyed my turf. Brutal. Amulet. Amulet. Something you want to do, opponent? Maybe Nature's Claim might something? No? Nothing? Alright. Azusa? Still nothing you want to do? Force of Vigor. Yep. That is what I was talking about earlier. Bounce and replay. And I think we dismember right now. I did tell you that my opponent could have Force of Vigor. How awesome is this? We even get to play around this Disdainful Stroke. This is just value. Well, I guess we might get got by Damping Sphere here. There's the Blighted Agent. Well, I mean, I guess my opponent could kill me here. Yep, I can still die. After all that's happened, I can still die here. I think we're gonna go for Shitty Interaction again. T-West Bojuka Bog. Playing around Becoming Immense again. So they probably can't kill the Primetime. And we should be able to transmute an EE for 2. But at this point, my opponent will need to have like Might of Old Cross Up plus Scale Up. Not dead. Hashtag not dead. Yay. Again, we can't kill, but we can transmute for explosives on 2, which should be effectively the same thing. T-West, Bordos Garrison. One, two, three. In before Ceremonious Rejection, just wait for it. Totally gonna happen. Totally gonna happen right now. Check it out. Check out the Ceremonious Rejection right here. Spell Pierce would have been pretty brutal too. And we do it right now. I don't want to mess around. Something that makes creatures indestructible or whatever. Just main face it, guarantee the kill next turn. Another Blight Agent. So we just make the same play, huh? Or I just hasted a new Titan. My opponent stopped out. Okay, so we can actually start here. We haste a new Titan. And hasting new Titan should do it. Yeah. Turf, Stronghold. Bounce, Stronghold. Haste, new Titan. Swing lethal. Unsub. Richin, okay, hang in there. We 3-2 the first league, okay? We 3-2 the first league. So technically, we are on 80% win rate. So hold your horses. Hold your horses. Still 80%. Still 80%. Dodge a bullet there, huh? Hashtag no bad matchups, right? Hashtag no bad matchups. Classic. Yeah, alright, so again, you know.
Finish him.
We got him. We got him. Do you have a cyber guide for decks with the ones of the time? I'm working on that right now, Petrit. So I'm already done with the aggro decks, so I need mid-range decks, control decks, and combo decks. So I expect that I will be done by this weekend. So if you have any events this weekend, you are gonna get access to the sideboard guide. If you're a sub, right, of course. Do we play around Cross and Grip? Yeah, Cross and Grip, they didn't have mana for it. Yeah, I honestly don't... Like, I wonder if my opponent I really don't know what happened game one. Like let's discard that because I have no idea what happened game one. But in game two, I wonder what would have happened if my opponent hadn't pitched that groundswell to the Force of Vigor. I wonder if they would have been able to kill me. Well, I guess they stopped me from killing them, right? So yeah, so I guess that the Force of Vigor came in clutch. But I wonder if like they should be like if Infect shouldn't be playing Force of Vigor, they should be playing Nature's Claim and stuff instead. Beating Infect for the 5-0 is the poggiest thing ever, right? Oko's really power? Not really. We never casted and it was great. We casted once and it was great, basically. Let me rephrase that. And it was only great because we cast two of them. We drew two of them and we were able to cast both of them before my Prowess opponent was able to play their Magus of the Moon. So we got really lucky for Oko to be good there, which makes me think, like, is it really that good? Because like we needed to, even with it, we still needed to get very, very lucky. So I don't know. So I'm still not sold on the Oko, even though I 5-0 twice in back-to-back days. I'm still not sure whether the card is really worth it. It's pretty tough to, and one of the downsides, right, is the fact that it's hard to evaluate because of the fact that we can't, like, it's not really tutorable, right? Like we have to randomly naturally draw it, or cantrips don't draw us into them. So like the card is even less likely to be drawn and to be relevant. So honestly, I'm not sold on the card. I certainly think it's not necessary. It's 100% not necessary. Let's get that out of the way. It's definitely not necessary. Now I'm not really sure whether it's actually good even. So yeah, don't know. I really don't know. I'm not sold on it, and I'm not even sure whether it's actually good. Like you can see that if you go through all 4 leagues, you can see that all the games that we won, we just won because we were doing Primeval Titan things. We didn't win because we were doing Oko things, right? So that I think is the big difference, and why I'm still not sold that this card it's even good. $50 Oko versus 25-cent Kali Guard. I know, right? Basically the same thing. Yeah, so in these cyber slots, what I've been doing is this. This is the list that I've been doing. This is the list that I'm writing the cyber guide with, by the way. So I have a triple dismember and a tireless tracker in the sideboard, and those are the cards that I cut for the Oko. So yeah, I don't know. One Nexus to never lose to mill again. That's hilarious. I mean, you can still lose to mill even with a Nexus. If you draw it and you don't have 7 mana in play, you still lose to mill. So really, the only way to not lose to mill would be to play something like Emrakul that just shuffles your entire deck. So because it shuffles your entire deck, your entire graveyard, sorry, because it shuffles your entire graveyard, you actually get to, you actually get. It's like you're gaining life against burn. Is the guide gonna be available for everyone? Mr. Cena, no. The guide is gonna be available for my Twitch subscribers. The plan is to get to 7. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's always the plan, but the issue against Mill is that sometimes you cast a Titan after you get to a bunch of mana, and then you still die because they just double Mind Break Trap you, and you're just very sad. We can do like Gab Nassif and just play the Cozy like the Eldrazi Titan, the Butcher of Truth. How do I? Sometimes Moto does this, and I cannot zoom into the cards. Yeah, so the Kozilek also shuffles the graveyard into the library. So Nassif was playing just the one Kozilek in the sideboard of his blue-white list, which was hilarious. Press Q. No, Q doesn't work here. Oh, it does. Yeah, you got it. So Q does work. Usually what I use is I just click on the mouse wheel, and now it works. That's so random. Moto is so random sometimes. Anyway, I think this list is excellent. So that's why I'm writing the cyber guide using this list. Again, no Okos, right? But I think this list is pretty good. The only thing that I would consider is playing the Rex Age in the main deck. This happened twice already. It happened against Yama the other day, and it happened today against Whirza, where we basically just lost game one because we don't have any answers to Ensnaring Bridge, which is usually not a deal breaker against us, but with this current configuration, it actually is, especially when it's an Ensnaring Bridge out of Karn the Great Creator minusing for Ensnaring Bridge. At that point, we have literal 0 outs, right? Because we can't even crack explosives under a Karn. So Rex Age in the main deck seems very reasonable. But that's literally like the only situation in which I've needed that. And Gracer has been pretty excellent, honestly. Which I didn't think was that relevant before somehow. Like when I originally started testing Gracer, it wasn't really good, but lately it's been just very good. I don't know if it's because we get access, thanks to Once Upon a Time, we get access to more 1-drops, right? Because we can Once Upon into a 1-drop, or if it's just that I'm seeing the situations that happen a little bit more often or something. But the Gracer has been fine. Lolo de Mars, thank you for the follow. The Gracer has been fine, even just like blocking or chomp blocking against stuff. It's been reasonable. But yeah, I mean, trophy number 7. Well, I'm actually kind of close to. I'm not very often on like the first page of the leaderboard, so this is exciting. That's how you know that Amulet it's stupid broken. Well, funny that Doom Switch just 5-0'd exactly the same time that we did. But yeah, this list is crazy good. Super, super good. I would really like to make room for a Colony Garden, but I really don't think that there's anything that we can cut for it. Like, I don't think cutting the basic forest for a colony it's gonna make a difference. Like, I don't think that's gonna be a strict upgrade, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, somebody has 16 trophies, which is pretty insane. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow I want to mess around a little bit with this list. We already tried on stream an Elvish Reclaimer list, and I think that tomorrow I'm going to try to mess around with it a little bit, adding Once Upon a Time, and try to see what happens. Try to see what happens. I had a ton of fun playing with this list, so I am excited to give it another shot. We're going to see whether it's actually good or not. It's probably going to be significantly worse than just something like this, right? But still, I think it's exciting to try new things and like different ways to play Amulet and stuff. I like the challenge from time to time. Like whenever, like even when we played Mimi stuff like Sahili, there were a bunch of new like play patterns that actually came up, which I would miss all the time because they were just brand new to me. So it's pretty sweet. I'm totally in love with Elvish Requirement. Okay, sweet. So yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna try to mess around with this. So if you wanna check it out, I'm of course gonna post on Twitter and stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thanks everybody for watching. Again, we'll be back tomorrow with the Reclaimer list. And if you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do so. If you would like to subscribe, you can get access to these tweet emotes as well as the updated sideboard guide that I write consistently for Amulet. You can access those guides. Charismatic, thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. The way to access the sideboard guide is if you are a subscriber, you need to join the Primetime Stronghold Discord, which is the first link that you see over there. There's 2 links. The first one is the Primetime Stronghold Discord. That's the one that you want to join. And if you're a sub, all you need to do is you need to link your Twitch account to your Discord account, and after a couple of hours, everything will sync up, and you will get access to the sub only channels where you will find the sideboard guide. That's gonna be it as far as this Discord. But you can join the Discord even if you're not a sub, so that's also something important that some people don't know. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that's a place that you can do it. If you would like to check out my YouTube channel, that's the place where you're going to go. I upload all my streams there, and I'm going to start making some YouTube exclusive content. I have already started making some YouTube exclusive content, actually, so you can check that out in my YouTube channel. You can subscribe there as well, and it's free to subscribe in YouTube, so that's also cool. YouTube, Twitter. Oh yeah, TCG Player. If you're planning on buying any cards in paper, you can use this link that I'm providing you over there, and you can support the stream for free at no extra cost to you. So you can support the stream for free, and just by buying the cards that you are going to buy anyway. So it's pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Man, everybody's super hyped about Pioneer. Somebody playing Modern. Caleb is playing Modern. Okay, so we're gonna give a rate to Caleb. There we go. All excited with Pioneers, but you can't really play Primetime in Pioneer, So it's an objectively inferior format, Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out today. Thank you so much, and I will be back tomorrow with some more content. Have an amazing rest of the day, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.